America's sixth-generation FA-XX fighter. China's jets don't stand a chance. In the hidden corners of America's most classified military facilities, something extraordinary has been unfolding. A revolution in air combat technology that most of the world has only begun to imagine. While China proudly unveiled its J-36 fighter in December 2024, celebrating it as a symbol of progress, America's engineers and test pilots were quietly smiling. Why? Because what China had just revealed, the United States had already mastered years ago. The truth is simple but staggering. America's next generation of aerial warfare isn't just slightly ahead of China's, it is a full decade ahead in real-world technological capabilities. This isn't speculation. This isn't guesswork. This is documented reality, backed by years of classified testing and development that put America so far in the lead, it's almost unfair. The FA-XX and F-47 programs represent the most significant leap in aviation since the invention of stealth technology itself. When Boeing's experimental X-planes for the F-47 first took to the skies back in 2019, they weren't just testing new equipment, they were rewriting the very rules of what was possible in the air. Fast forward to today, and China is just now catching up to where America already stood a decade earlier. In this deep dive, we'll uncover how the United States maintains this decisive edge. From timelines and technology to combat power and naval operations, you're about to see exactly how America has redefined what air superiority means in the modern era. Timeline. The timeline alone tells a powerful story. In September 2020, the U.S. Air Force shocked the world with a revelation. They had already flown a prototype of their next-generation fighter. Not only flown it, but successfully demonstrated capabilities that shattered expectations. Will Roper, then the head of Air Force Acquisitions, confirmed what insiders had whispered for years. America hadn't just started developing sixth-generation technology. It had already built and tested it. While Chinese state media proudly displayed computer renderings and glossy models of future fighters, American test pilots were already flying real aircraft, pushing boundaries high above the Nevada desert. This wasn't just a head start. It was a commanding lead in the most important technological race of our generation. The Boeing F-47, officially announced by President Donald Trump on March 21, 2025, didn't appear out of thin air. Its foundation had been laid through years of secretive flights and experimental platforms stretching back half a decade. Actual aircraft, not digital mock-ups. Proven machines, not promises. By the time China showcased its J-36 at the end of 2024, the gap was undeniable. Their debut represented progress, yes, but also revealed how far behind they truly were. America's sixth-generation program was not just years, but capabilities ahead. And as you'll see, the difference isn't just about timing, it's about an entirely new way of thinking about air combat. Technology. What sets America's sixth-generation fighters apart isn't just when they fly, but how they fly. The FA-20 and F-47 aren't upgrades. They're a whole new approach to air combat. The F-47 was built to fly with unmanned loyal wingmen. These drones aren't optional. They're built into the design, carrying sensors, weapons, or electronic warfare systems as part of an adaptive swarm under the pilot's command. No other fighter in the world integrates this level of cooperation. China's J-36, with its triple-engine design, may look advanced, but it remains a conventional fighter. America has already moved on to a networked, cooperative ecosystem of manned and unmanned aircraft. Propulsion highlights the gap further. The F-47's adaptive cycle engines adjust to flight conditions, combining thrust, efficiency, and thermal management in ways older jets can't. This allows sustained supersonic flight without afterburners and provides enough power to operate future systems like directed energy weapons. China, by contrast, still relies on derivatives of existing engines. Stealth also reaches new heights. America's fighters use all-aspect stealth, reduced radar visibility from every angle, paired with advanced materials and adaptive surfaces. Even infrared signatures are minimized, making them extremely hard to detect. China's designs, borrowing heavily from older American concepts, simply cannot match the integrated precision the U.S. has refined over decades. Combat capabilities. If the timeline and technology weren't enough, the F-47's combat capabilities redefine what modern air warfare looks like. Its electronic warfare suite does more than jam enemy radar. It can infiltrate adversary networks, injecting false signals and creating phantom targets that appear and vanish at will. Imagine the chaos. Enemy screens lighting up with ghost fighters, forcing commanders to chase shadows. That's the kind of battlefield disruption the F-47 can deliver. During classified war games in the Pacific, one prototype demonstrated this by penetrating defenses so advanced they would have required an entire strike package of older jets to defeat. Alone, the F-47 accomplished what once demanded dozens. It doesn't stop there. The fighter's passive sensor array can detect enemy emissions hundreds of miles away, all without revealing its own position. The result? American pilots gain complete battlefield awareness while remaining invisible. AI integration is the final piece. The FA-XX doesn't just give pilots better sensors. It fundamentally changes their role. Instead of drowning in information, the pilot becomes a tactical decision maker, with AI handling execution. Threats are automatically identified. Tactical options are suggested in real time. Enemy behavior is even predicted based on patterns. With every mission, the AI learns and improves, making the aircraft more capable over time without even changing its hardware. China's fighters, in contrast, still emphasize raw performance, speed, engines, airframes. Useful, but outdated thinking compared to the AI-driven systems America has already fielded. Naval capabilities. While much attention focuses on the Air Force, the Navy's FA-XX program is equally transformative. Designed for carrier operations, FA-XX addresses challenges that China's Navy simply cannot. It offers dramatically extended range compared to the FA-18 Super Hornet, solving one of the Navy's greatest vulnerabilities. In the vast Pacific, this means American carriers can stay beyond the reach of Chinese anti-ship missiles, yet still project power deep into contested zones. China, still struggling with basic carrier operations, cannot match this. FA-XX also embodies the system of systems approach. It coordinates with unmanned tankers like the MQ-25 Stingray to extend range, or directs unmanned combat air vehicles to suppress enemy defenses, all without risking pilots. It's about layered strength, not isolated platforms. America's advantage also lies in manufacturing. Using digital engineering, Boeing can test and refine designs virtually before ever cutting metal. This speeds development, cuts costs, and ensures fewer flaws. Updates can be integrated throughout a fighter's life cycle instead of waiting decades for replacements. By contrast, China's aerospace industry still struggles with basics like high-performance jet engines, often relying on Russian technology. America's industrial base, rich with decades of stealth expertise and advanced materials, remains unmatched. Strategic implications. The implications of this decade-long lead are profound. In any conflict, air superiority is the foundation of all other operations. Without it, armies cannot advance, and navies cannot sail safely. The F-47 and FA-20 don't just offer better fighters, they fundamentally change the balance of power. Their stealth makes them nearly impossible to detect. Their AI and sensors let them strike from beyond visual range. Their drone wingmen multiply their force exponentially. For China's planners, this creates a painful dilemma: rush development and risk flawed systems, or accept a 10-year gap that leaves them outmatched. Either way, America holds the advantage, but staying ahead requires constant innovation. The U.S. has learned from past programs that spiraled in cost or delays. With FA-XX and F-47, it has embraced a sustainable path, prototyping early, integrating technology as it matures, and continuously refining. This isn't just about having better machines. It's about ensuring peace through strength. When adversaries know they cannot win, confrontation becomes less appealing. Diplomacy becomes the logical choice. The FA-20 and F-47 aren't just new aircraft. They are proof that America continues to lead in aerospace innovation. They mark a revolutionary shift in how wars will be fought in the skies, combining stealth, AI, advanced propulsion, and loyal wingmen into a system no rival can match. China's J-36 may have made headlines, but compared to America's sixth-generation fleet, it's still years behind. This isn't about bragging rights. It's about securing peace through unquestioned superiority. When potential adversaries know they cannot compete, confrontation becomes far less likely. As these fighters move from secret testing into full deployment, they will serve as powerful symbols of American ingenuity and as reminders that the skies remain firmly under U.S. control. If this deep dive impressed you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.